All right, let's focus on the game tonight just because all the trade stuff, there's nothing official yet, so I can't comment on it anyways. So let's keep let's keep it with tonight's game and where we're at and what we're doing.
All right, start with Katie.
Right. Can you hear me all right, Coach?
Yeah, I have you, Katie.
Okay. With obviously Belly and Corey gone, your guys' bench has kind of been shorter. I guess the plan, DeQuan, Kyle, that type of situation for a rotation off the bench.
Yeah, so we'll have off the bench DeQuan and Kyle and JJ, Mezzi, Hassan, Robert, all active, and then from there we'll see how we're playing, what we need, and what direction we want to go. But those will be the guys available to us off the bench tonight.
James Ham.
Hey, Luke, just what is this opportunity for you guys? All of a sudden, you've strung together a nice stretch. You won. You're 4-1 over your last 5, but like the opportunity is here for you guys to pick up some nice wins if you play well.
Yeah, so that's kind of the message to the group is like, guys, I know that physically and mentally we're pretty, it's a draining time of year, and we are playing good basketball right now, and we have to make sure that even with everything else that's going on, and this being the back end of a back-to-back, like we have to find that same level that we've been playing with, and look to continue to build and grow and not waste any opportunities. And tonight's another great opportunity for our group to get better, and we have to continue to play the way that we've been playing.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, because you are obviously down a few guys, how difficult is it to play kind of patchwork for some of these things? And does that, I know you like to kind of keep a little kind of a close, tight rotation. Does that kind of open up a lot more in a game like this?
It does open up more, and it opens up more being the fact that guys played heavy minutes last night. So we'll probably be a little more open in the first half than the second, but yeah, you'll see some different lineups out there, and we're gonna be looking for groups that are working well and playing well. So yeah, that could mean that the rotations are happening quicker, or you could see a lineup that we haven't seen much of this season, getting some longer stretches, trying to get some of the guys rest that had played big minutes last night.
Tony Harvey.
Yes, Coach Walton. Well, you just mentioned it too about the heavy minutes. Is this a situation? And I know it's becoming a norm right now with this season, with crazy scheduling, because your guys will be right back here Saturday. Does this kind of like factor in how you will monitor the minutes with certain players, including De'Aaron Fox, or it's all system go?
Yeah, I mean, it's all go, but we'll definitely keep we'll be aware of that and keep an eye on trying more so on the back end of a back-to-back, not playing guys 12 straight minutes throughout a quarter, or trying to keep them under 40. But if guys are looking good and moving well, and it's that type of ball game, we're gonna do everything we can to try to win.
Crystal Saltis.
Hello, Coach. Hope you are doing well. How good for you is to have Messi back in the team, back in the rotation, and how different game you expect without Steph on the other side?
Yeah, it was great to see Mezzi back out there. I mean, he has such a passion to play, and again, it's so unfortunate, especially the way that he got hurt, that he's missed the amount of time he did, because there was a lot of opportunities in the last 5.5 weeks for him to get some experience. But he loves playing basketball. He's been just chomping to get back out there. So just to see the energy he plays with an edge. And I thought that was good for our team. So, he's going to make mistakes. He's a young player who doesn't have a ton of experience yet. But as a group, we were thrilled to get him back out there. And as far as Steph and the Warriors, clearly Steph is one of those few players that's MVP champion. Like, he can change an entire game by himself, and does most nights. So they're different without having him. But if you look how they're playing, they're still, you take away that Philly game, they're still getting up a ton of 3-point shots. They're still pushing the ball. They're still getting assists. So they're still playing the same way. They're just other guys getting those opportunities and getting those shots. And from what I've seen, they're doing a nice job of stepping up. This Poole, it looks really good. Wiggins had a 40-point game the other night. So that there's still a ton of talent over there on that roster.
Katie.
Can you talk a little bit about Draymond Green and kind of what he means to this team as he's advancing and kind of his game is changing a little bit over the last year or so?
Yeah, he means from just a leadership standpoint and setting a culture standpoint, he means as much to that team as anybody. And the way that he defends, the way he play makes, the way that he communicates. He's one of those players that knows the playbook of every team that he's going against, and he's calling out whatever we're running, he'll be calling it out and telling guys where to go and what to do. And that's extremely valuable. So he's a huge part of what this Golden State team does.
Marshall Harris.
Hey, Luke, I know you had talked about, not being distracted by the trade deadline and all that stuff, but now that it has passed, do you sense maybe for yourself or for your players kind of a sigh of relief that, it's just over and done with and you can move on and that isn't a distraction anymore? Is that sense out there from talking to your players, and then for you as a coach also of not knowing what parts you were going to have to manage?
Yeah, that's, it's being past that. For the most part, we know what our group should look like going forward. But it takes a toll on a group, on a team. But yeah, it's nice to get through that, so that even though we talk about not wasting time and energy on that stuff, it's now it's officially done, and we can get back to 100% focusing on what our mission is and what we're trying to accomplish.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, I just, with some of the guys that you can expect to join you soon, kind of wondering, how you feel about the depth and how the depth on this team might have been addressed over the last day or so.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we can get into that, Jason, as we go. But look, we really like the way our team has been playing, and if these things, if they go through, then we feel like we have some pieces that can help continue to push us in that direction. But the group that we have that we're playing with is doing a pretty good job right now, and that's kind of where we're trying to keep it. And then as the next couple of days play out, we'll see what we have.